In baseball, the Royals give up 2 in the second inning to fall down 2-0. Then the Royals get a run in the third. Kyle Isbell hit a triple to start the inning. Then Garcia singled to score Isbell to make it 3-2. Bobby Witt Junior tripled the center to make it 4-2. And then Salvador Perez homered to right to make it 6-2. And Witt Junior singled the center again to make it 8-3. The big blow coming on Salvador Perez home run, which made it 6-2. As we said, Witt Jr. would later single to give another RBI to him. Witt had 3 RBIs. He grounded out in the third to give the Royals the first run. 8-3 was the final. Their Royals' new starting closer, or Royals' new closer, hopefully, Lucas Ehrig, came in the 8th, got the 8th inning out. That was good. He did give up 2 back-to-back hits, but he learned how to shut him down, and the Royals win, and he's throwing fastballs like BBs at 99 and 100. And then he threw some curveballs in there to get Paul Goldschmidt, used to be one of the best baseball players in the world, got him out as well. The Cubs went over the Sox 3-1, getting 2 in the 8th. Now here's more on the scandal here, the more cheating scandal, or another idea of cheating, that Bobby Witt Jr. is tipping pitches. Probably. I hope so. Do they take advantage of what they can take advantage of? Well, I hope so. Maybe they don't steal signs, but they take advantage of what they can take advantage of. That's their job as a baseball scout. Baseball fans get pissed at me, but they're not cheating. Maybe they are. But who cares? Really, I mean, who cares about tipping pitches? People tip pitches all the time. Bad pitchers tip pitchers. So maybe the bad pitchers should get better. That's Sam Vaughan Smack. The other way I look at it, when pitchers aren't doing well, they tip pitches, like we just said. So hopefully they're taking advantage of the rules. Royals, hopefully you're taking advantage of the rules. Cardinals, hopefully you're taking advantage of the rules. That's Sam Vaughan Smack. Every team, or at least most teams, take some kind of advantage. Miguel Amia's 2-run single.
The home-away splits for Bobby Witt Jr. are so pronounced that people have decided that perhaps the Royals are stealing signs at Kauffman Stadium, and this is why Bobby Witt Jr. is having such a marvelous year. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's got a ridiculous batting average on balls in play, which means he's a little bit lucky at home, and the fact that the Kauffman Stadium is like a 105, in other words, 5% higher offensive ballpark than average, which is one of the higher numbers you're going to find in baseball. Do you believe that the Royals are stealing signs? Their overall team numbers are better at home. They're not for Salvador Perez. There's a story on Fansided that had this. I give credit to where I read it.
I mean, this kind of thing's everywhere. Joe Posnanski did a whole blog about Bobby Witt splits yesterday.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
It's everybody's big doings, because we want to explain why Bobby Witt came from being very good to now being
he's
best player in baseball.
If he was bad on the road, that'd be one thing, but he's not.
He has an almost 800 OPS this year on the road. It's just that he's a freak show at home.
You'd have to go a few years down the road. Royals don't strike me as the type of organization that would try to overtly steal signs in a way that is perceived as illegal. I think everybody tries to. I mean, we hear all the time about pitchers who say, well, I was tipping my pitches. So, I mean, if you're tipping your pitches, then somebody's saying something to somebody else. And no, I don't think the Royals are cheating. I think Bobby Witt Jr. is really good, and Kauffman Stadium has turned into a good hitter's ballpark. It's not as good a hitting ballpark for home runs necessarily, but it's among the best offensive parks in baseball the last couple of years. And
by the way, league average OPS is 711.
Okay, 711. There you go.
So 800's
So he's 90 points higher.
He said almost
Pretty
800, yeah. No, it's good. He's
798.
good. He's fine on the road. I thought his OPS.
Why do you hate Bobby Witt?
I thought his OPS on the road was better than.
He's going to start tweeting at you.
It's well over 1,000.
No. I mean, I thought it was over 800 on the road, even. But
that's what it said.
798 is pretty
798,
close.
and then it's well over 1,000 at home.
and
almost
also
1,200
the
at
last
home.
15 games or so, he's been great on the road. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just got off to a bad start on the road, and he's generally been a somewhat slow starter. And you know what? He was a slow starter this year too.
Comparatively.
Comparatively,
Well,
yeah.
here's
Chiefs and Jaguars squared off. Worst news of the night. Marquise Brown goes down with injury of his right shoulder. No update on that yet. He said it. Andy Reid said it reminded him of Hill's injury, which let him out for 2 to 3 weeks at the time being. Something to do with his ACL, but maybe a sprain, not a total, not obviously not a season-ending injury. The Chiefs looked good on their first drive, which ultimately, unfortunately, led to a field goal on a 4th and 2 that they probably should have gone for. But it's preseason. Get the kicker in. Get the kicker some choice chances. I guess that's your thinking there. And you have the best kicker in the league. I guess that is also your thinking. Isaiah Pacheco carries 2. Clyde Edwards-Helaire carries 2, but he gets no yards. Is that a concern for the Chiefs? I don't know. Hopefully not. And then they had really bad special teams, which ultimately really led to the loss. McCole Hardman kneeled it down, caught the ball, and where you're allowed to catch it at the 1 and usually kneel it down. Well, I guess the new rules show that you're not on the kickoff rules, which they were really interesting last night because they had all new rules and the Chiefs kept screwing it up. Well, that time that they caught the ball and kneel it down, that would have gone to the 20. Well, instead it was a safety because they kneeled the ball down in the end zone. I guess it's treated like you ran backwards from the end zone. So let's say the running back gets the ball, and I guess he goes from the 1 to the. Touchdown, and it's a safety. I guess that's what it means, but I don't know. And then the Chiefs get up a run for like 100 yards where they can tackle anybody. And that is that to the new rules? I don't know. But regardless, they lost 26-13. But these preseason games don't mean much, and that's about it for the preseason game. Although Kingsley Santamaia started for the Chiefs over Wanye Moore, so. Obviously, the first pick for the Chiefs at number 32 is getting some of his rounds, and maybe he'll start this season. That's Chiefs football. Caleb Williams goes 4 for 7, 96 yards. Or Keel Herbert probably expect to start 9 carries, 31 yards. DeAndre Swift behind him, 1 carry, 3 yards. So not much telling there. DeAndre Swift did catch a 42-yard pass. He's always good in the elusive game. In the backfield, good backfield getting catches. He's always good at that. Not much you can tell here for the receiver position. Moore did not. Bills Josh Allen went 2 of 3, and then took off for a run and ran it and didn't slide. And I guess that was the scary part for the Bills. So, in all, it's Bears win 33-6.